I've got my top 10 must-add pitchers in fantasy baseball, and that list is coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. I'm going to give you my top 10 must-add pitchers for Week 4 in fantasy baseball. Now, if you like this content, please smash that like button, and a special thanks goes to all of our subscribers who have been watching these videos, as you now account for 32% of all viewers. To the other 68% of viewers that haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so as it helps me create these videos for you. Also, leave a comment on a player that you think deserves to be on this list. Do you have a burning fantasy baseball question? Ask me on Q. Go to askmeonq.com/beattheodds, submit your question, and for a small fee, I will personalize a response and send it to your email. It's super easy to do, and it's a great way to get fantasy baseball advice while also supporting the channel. But wait! Be one of the next 10 people to submit a question and you can do it for free. Just go to askmeonq.com/beattheodds right now. Now let's get started with number 10, Garrett Whitlock, 51% owned, a win, 16 strikeouts, 1.26 ERA, and a 1.19 whip. Whitlock throws nothing straight, which makes it difficult for batters to guess right on both pitch and location. He has been lucky with his earned run average, so we can expect somewhat of a regression as the year goes on, but I think that Whitlock will still be a valuable pitcher for both the Red Sox and for any managers who happen to roster him. Going to number 9, we have James Paxton, 40% owned, 2 wins, 9 strikeouts, a 1.64 ERA, and a 1.18 whip. It is true that this pickup reeks of the desperation to own a piece of a rotation on a team that is destined to score a lot of runs. Paxton is still a useful pitcher who can put together a sub-350 ERA and can still strike out a batter in an inning. And yes, he will be on the right side of a lot of victories. In any league that counts wins, Paxton could be a top 50 starting pitcher this year. Moving on to number 8, we have Frankie Montas, 55% owned, 2 wins this season, 13 strikeouts, 2.16 ERA, and a 1.14 whip. I kind of flip-flop with Montas. There are moments where I really like his stuff, and then there are moments where I remember what team he plays for. So owning Montas is going to carry risk. Mitigate his starts at home, but start him against weaker offenses. If he can continue to keep his walks in check, then he will be worth any of the risk associated with picking him up. Let's go to number 7. We have David Robertson, 43% owned, a win, 8 strikeouts, a 1.08 ERA, and a 0.84 whip. It is true that it is sometimes very difficult to pick up full-fledged closers off the waiver wire, so sometimes it's a good idea to pick up conceivably the next in line. This is David Robertson to a T. He has closing experience, he has good stuff, and Jose Leclerc has just lost the closer role in Texas. Robertson hasn't been named the next closer coming in, but you can bet that he's going to get his fair share of save chances going forward. To number 6 we go. We got Michael Kopech, 35% owned, 2 saves, 12 strikeouts, 2.45 ERA, and a 1.23 whip. Now forget what I said about being difficult to find closers. Go to your waiver wire and grab Kopech now. It should be no surprise to anybody how hard he throws, so his transition to a starter to a closer will only make him throw harder. He's averaging 99 miles per hour on his fastball, and the hitters are only hitting 111 off that pitch this year. The White Sox aren't going to win many games, but it won't shock me if Kopech closes most of them. Let's go to number 5. We have Reynaldo Lopez, 36% owned, a win, 11 strikeouts, 0.75 ERA, and a 1.00 whip. One of the minor storylines this season is pitchers finding success in their new roles. As with James Paxton above, it's always a good idea to pick up a pitcher that also plays on a very good offensive team. Lopez's best pitch is his fastball. Hitters are hitting 188 off of it last year and are only hitting 200 off of it this year. I don't see him getting more than 150 innings this year, but he's certainly going to be a player that I would hold on to right now. Let's go to number 4. We have Spencer Turnbull, 49% owned, a win, 13 strikeouts, no ERA, and a .55 whip. What has made Turnbull so effective this year? He's basically a Chris Bassett prototype, not overpowering with one pitch, but he has many different pitches to choose from. He's been doing a great job mixing them up, as none of his 6-pitch offering has hitters hitting above 200 this year. Taking a peek at his walk rate, we find him at a mere 2.4%, which places him in the top 93 percentile in the league. Let's go to number 3. We got Ranger Suarez, 42% owned, 2 wins, 19 strikeouts, a 2.65 ERA, and a .71 whip. Sticking with the Phillies, we got another Chris Bassett prototype in lefty Ranger Suarez. His 6-pitch mix has created a lot of swing and miss and weak contact. Suarez induces a lot of ground balls, which has in turn kept batters off the base paths this season. He has had fantasy relevance before, and it looks like he's going to return to relevancy in 2024. Let's go to number 2. We have Aroldis Chapman, 49% owned, a save, 9 strikeouts, no ERA, and a .60 whip. Chapman is another reliever that has yet to claim the closer role, but he's certainly waiting in the wings. We should all know of Chapman's successes and recent failures as a closer. If the Pirates lose faith in David Bednar, there's no better option to step up as a closer for that team than Chapman. He immediately becomes a top 10 closer, and he's going to be a great source of strikeouts with a handful of saves and hopefully good peripherals this year. And finally, at number 1, we have Paul Skeens, 45% owned, currently in AAA with 19 strikeouts, no ERA, and a .64 whip. I know he's not in the majors yet, so it seems a little funny that I'm giving him the number 1 spot, but he seems to be days away from making his major league debut. The stats that we have gone over span just 3 games, but only 9.1 innings pitched. His fastball grades out at an 80, which is the highest grade you can get. Topping out at 102 miles an hour, it's no surprise. Go get him, stash him if you have to, and when he gets the call, be prepared to reap in the rewards. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and of course subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I am going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.